Welcome to another episode of Treasure Corals, and in today's video you'll get a quick update on my Treasure Black system. So let's start with some really good news, and this is I've introduced new fish. So if you follow my treasure reef, you know that I have been a big fan of Lyre-tail Anthias, or blue-eyed Anthias, for quite some time. But this is something new. This is Dispar Anthias, and I have 5 of them in my aquarium. I bought 7. One has kind of disappeared, and I unfortunately have killed one inadvertently by when I was trying to get them out of the quarantine tank. I had a block, the Polyblab block, that I inadvertently just pushed, and it came on flat on one of the Anthias. So unfortunately it died. So there's only 2 that have come out right now, but I do have 5 and they are doing spectacular. I really like the choice here. So I got these ones from Demo, so shout out to Reef Paradise here in Vaughan, and this is some really nice fish. So like I said, there's 5 of them. They actually school or shoal, whatever is the right terminology here. And what I really like about them is that they are not orangey, but there's a bit of a magenta, and they do change their color a little bit. So that's pretty cool. The rest of the fish are doing really well. And one other thing I wanted to point out is that for this aquarium, I'm actually using a slightly different color schedule. If anything, it's actually quite different. I'm running it in 10K light, and I've never ran my aquariums this white before, but this is Gen 5 Radiance Blue, and I find that when I just dial in the 10K, I absolutely love the colors on the fish. Like, it's just insane. So there's no rainbow on the sand. There is no issues with just overall shimmer. Like, the shimmer is just enough, and the rendition of colors on the fish is simply insane. Like, just look at this yellow. It's a orange shoulder, or the powder blue or purple tank. This is what I would expect in terms of the colors in, I guess, in the shallow reef. So that's where I'm at with the fish and the colors. Now let's focus on the most important thing, and this is how my corals are doing. So as you know, I've been dealing with what I think is a copper poison for the past over a month now, so probably about 6 weeks, and I think I've removed all of the things that could have introduced copper into the aquarium about 3 weeks ago. So last time when I shot the video, I've introduced these 2 corals into the system. So these 2 frags, this is the tort, I think it's the Oregon tort, and there's one in the back here. Now they both are doing all right, so I don't see any new growth. I don't really see any polyp extension on this guy, although this guy usually gets very hairy. That's why it's called hairy styles. But anyways, this is, at least I haven't lost them, so this is actually a good thing about the state of my reef right now. I've started to slowly replace the rest of the corals. I've actually introduced a couple of softies here, so there's actually a couple of LPS corals. There's a frog spawn and the hammer, which does get hammered a little bit with the flow, so I may have to move it around. And also, like, let's say this green tort just one day went all white on me, so I still lose some of the corals. So every morning when I come down and I look at the tank, I keep looking for any signs of improvement, but so far I haven't seen any. So maybe there's a little bit of tips on this rainbow loom in the back there that are kind of pinkish. So maybe that's a sign. But that's what makes it so interesting, and hopefully, give it another month and there will be a better state of this aquarium. Once again, it's certainly trying. It's certainly trying my patience, but I'll try to persevere. Overall, the tank is looking good, and look at all that coralline algae. So I haven't had this much coralline algae in any of my other aquariums. I don't know why, but it just exploded. So this is pretty awesome. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope your summer you don't spend too much time inside, and I know everybody's aquariums are kind of second place or second fiddle, at least until it's gonna get a little bit cooler. But just doing a quick check-in.